各位现场的贵宾，大家早安！欢迎大家来参加2026网络周的联合开幕典礼。Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Internet Week 2026 Joint Opening Ceremony. 2026网络周集结了公司部门、国际组织还有技术社群共同参与，在为期4天的议程当中呢，安排了多场的论坛以及超过60场的主题讨论，不仅关注网络基础建设以及技术的发展，也进一步延伸到政策监理、社会信任还有国际合作等等的面向，希望打造一个兼具深度还有影响力的网络治理交流平台。The Internet Week 2026 brings together participants from the public and private sectors, international organizations, and the technical community. The program runs 4 days and includes multiple forums and more than 60 themed sessions. It not only focuses on the development of internet infrastructure and technologies, but also extends to policy and regulation, societal trust, and cross-border collaboration. Through these discussions, the event aims to serve as a platform for internet governance dialogue that is both substantive and impactful. 在今天的活动一开始，首先我们要邀请几位贵宾来为我们致开幕词。To kick off our program today, first of all, we would like to invite a few guests of honor to deliver their opening remarks. 首先要邀请到的是行政院林明昕政务委员。First, please welcome Dr. Min-Shin Lin, Minister without Portfolio of Executive Yuan, for his remarks. 我们有请林明昕政委。
Mr. Jeremy Godfrey, Chairman of the Media Commission of Ireland, Monsieur Benoit Lotto, representing ARCOM of France, Deputy Minister Ye, Commissioner Wang, Chairman Huang, and CEO Yu of TWNIC. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very delighted to attend the opening ceremony of the Internet Week 2026. This is the very first time that we combine a number of events, and we will have more than 20 sessions covering artificial intelligence, digital trust, and internet infrastructure. This event will serve to showcase Taiwan's ability in the internet environment. And so this is also a perfect embodiment of multi-stakeholder model. We need to make sure the government, technical community, civil society group, as well as the end user should be coming together to make sure we have the best internet governance. We have already implemented artificial intelligence basic law. We also have enacted Fraud Prevention Act. We want to build a stable, safe, and trustworthy internet environment. 2 weeks ago, representing the Executive Yuan, I led a delegation to visit Belgium and the Netherlands. We attended a human rights and economic development meeting between Taiwan and EU. I realize this is a challenge shared by all countries when it comes to information manipulation, protecting the rights of youngsters and children. We want to build resilient AI systems and strengthen the democratic alliance of the world. This is a challenge to all countries. According to World Economic Forum, the development of AI and geopolitical tensions are reshaping the worldwide landscape. This cuts across a wide variety of issues. So at this very important juncture, Taiwan, as a key player in global ICT supply chain and the Global Democratic Alliance, we will continue to work with like-minded partners. We will deepen our cooperation. We want to implement a governance model that balances freedom and resilience. So, Internet Week 2026 will bring the worldwide perspective to Taiwan, and we showcase Taiwan's experience to the world. In the next 4 days, through your discussions, we will come up with more innovative ideas so that we can build a more resilient and human-based governance model for the Internet. So finally, I would like to wish Internet Week 2026 a resounding success. To everyone here, I also would like to wish you a fruitful meeting. Thank you.
Thank you to Minister Lin for your remarks. 那如同政委所说，我们会持续跟理念相近的伙伴来共同合作，提升网络治理。We will continue to work with like-minded partners to improve internet governance. Thank you once again for your remarks. 接下来我们要邀请到的是数位发展部叶宁次长。Next, please welcome Mr. Ning Ye, Deputy Minister of Digital Affairs, to say a few words. 我们掌声有请叶宁次长。
行政院的李明熙领政。
Minister with our portfolio, Mr. Li Mingxi, Dr. Huang, and CEO Yu of TWNIC, distinguished guests from abroad, and ladies and gentlemen, both in the room as well as online, good morning to all of you. It's with great honor that I attend this opening ceremony. Obviously, we gather users, community, government agencies, as well as industry players. We will be talking about how we can leverage technology to reshape the human future based on digital infrastructure. And we will be talking about digital trust, resilient governance, as well as how to better leverage AI technology. As mentioned, this is a collective effort that we should meet up with the challenge presented by the development of digital technology. We need to build a trustworthy and resilient online environment. With the development of AI, AI is no longer an enabler. It is a key part of our effort. We should be thinking about how we can make sure actions carried out in the online environment will be trustworthy. Therefore, we should go beyond technology. We should try to strengthen international cooperation so that we can build a better and more trustworthy online environment. So at our Ministry of Digital Affairs, we are now pursuing global collaboration in order to come up with a better cooperative framework to further promote AI. We want to identify AI-related risks. Not only we want to further develop AI technology, we also want to make sure we will be able to pursue that effort in a safer environment. In addition, we want to create a better defensive system so that we can prevent frauds and scams, so that we can reinforce the public trust in the government. We want to strengthen digital infrastructure. We want to make sure our government will be more efficient with the assistance provided by technology. So what we are aiming to do is to make sure we will lay down a solid foundation upon which relevant industries will be able to prosper. We do not just want to come up with regulations. In addition, we want to pursue better collaboration between the public and private sectors so that the private sector will be able to make more investment in order to come up with more innovative technology so that we can build a better digital environment. Digital development cut across national borders. It requires more than just one country. We need to get together all the stakeholders to facilitate dialogues among all relevant players. So Taiwan is aiming to work with all our partners to strengthen cross-border cybersecurity. We want to build more resilient online environment. And internet governance should be based on human nature, because technology will only be useful when it actually speaks to our needs. Therefore, we want to build an online environment where human users are willing to participate. Therefore, public trust is key. We hope that every innovation will be transformed to a better future for the entire human community. Hopefully, we will be able to build a safer, a more open, and more resilient internet environment going forward. I also would like to wish Internet Week 2026 every success, and to all of you, best of everything.
有韧性的网络环境，这个也是我们今年网络周的活动重点。So the Deputy Minister especially highlights the importance of building an open, trusted, and more resilient internet environment. This is something that the Internet Week focuses on this year. 那接下来呢，我们很高兴邀请到的是国家通讯传播委员会的王正嘉委员上台致辞。Next, please welcome Dr. 郑家 Wang, Commissioner at National Communications Commission, to say a few words. 我们掌声欢迎王正嘉委员。
行政院林政委。
Minister Lin and Mr. Ye and Chairman Huang and CEO Yu of TWNIC, Dr. Luo of AP-NIC, and also from ICANN, we have Mr. Gupta with us, and TWIGF Chair, Mr. Wu, and Jeremy from Ireland, Welcome Anoy from France, and Director Kamina from the UK. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So first of all, on behalf of the NCC of the Republic of China, I would like to extend our Mr. Welcome to all of you. And our chair, Mr. Chen, has to be present at the legislative session. Therefore, I'm taking his place. I would like to represent NCC to welcome all of you. At NCC, we also held an internet forum 3 years ago. Probably 3 years is a very short period of time for the human community. However, when it comes to the internet world, 3 years is no less than a generation. We know that at EU, at UK, they are implementing new internet-related as well as AI-related regulations. Therefore, all around the world, digital governance has already advanced to the next stage, where we emphasize accountability, we emphasize the importance of protecting rights. Therefore, the internet is no longer just a platform for transmitting information. Rather, generative AI has become a key part of the internet. Therefore, we are facing a totally different environment. When it comes to the online environment, supervising bodies should also pursue a paradigm shift, because we need to make sure we need to prevent bad things from happening rather than wait until disaster has occurred and try to make amends. Therefore, no country alone will be able to overcome that kind of challenge. With the rapid development of the internet, we have known all along no single country, no single user community will be able to solve the problems related to the internet. We need to make sure we build a robust infrastructure. We need to standardize how we allocate IP addresses. We need to make sure we have seamless connections between networks all around the world, and it requires public sector collaboration. Therefore, NCC worked with ICANN, APNIC, TWNIC, TWIGF, TWNOC. We are very happy to put together this very important program, which is Internet Week 2026. And we also hold our own Internet Forum where we invited representatives from around the world. We talk about freedom of speech, how to better protect children and minors so that we can facilitate exchange of experience. We want to make it possible that we can engage in better cross-border collaboration. We know that rules and regulations need to find a better balance between protection and innovation. Obviously, with legislation, we want to protect people's rights, and we need to make sure there will be accountability. But at the same time, there needs to be some room for flexibility so that we will be able to respond to the changing time in a more timely fashion. Taiwan is a democratic society. So last year, NCC got together representatives from the government and industry as well as academia. We actually put in place a guidance for creating a mechanism for people to report incidents that happened in the online environment so that we can identify problems and try to solve those problems. We do not want to impede innovation. Rather, we want to make sure we build a transparent, trustworthy platform for making sure we will have accountability in our governance system. We want to transform challenges into a great opportunity for collective learning so that we will be able to go beyond risk management and we can continue to pursue innovation. So for Taiwan and the global community, we want to build a more trustworthy, open, resilient internet environment. Thank you very much.
请回座，谢谢委员跟我们分享了 NCC 的各项的措施来如何因应 AI 所带来的影响。So thank you for sharing with us the NCC's key measures to address the impact of AI。再次感谢王正佳委员。接下来我们要邀请到的是 APNIC 亚太网络资讯中心罗家荣总监。Next, please welcome Mr. Jia Rong Lo, Director General of APNIC, to say a few words。我们掌声欢迎罗家荣总监。
大家好，我是罗家荣。
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jarong Lo. I'm representing APNIC today, so please allow me to deliver my remarks in English.
APNIC, very happy to be here today with everybody. I've been in Taiwan every year, even in my previous role. So this year it's really exciting to have everyone come together in a larger scale in an inaugural Internet Week. I'm here this week also together with my executive council, my board, and also executive leaders from the APNIC staff. So we're very happy to be here with everybody and hope to meet everybody. Now, before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge our esteemed leaders, Minister Ling Ming Xin, Deputy Minister Ye Ning, Commissioner Wang Zhengjia, our Chair of TWIGF, Wu Guowei, Chair of TWNOC, Wang Yanjie, TWNIC Chair Kenny, and TWNIC CEO Zhou Fan. Now again, congratulations to TWNIC and the Taiwan community for putting on this inaugural Taiwan Internet Week. It integrates so many different forums together, the ICANN APAC, TWNIC Engagement Forum, the Internet Communication Governance Forum, the TWNIC Community Forum, TWIGF, TWNOG, and also importantly, a small advertisement for ourselves, the APNIC TWNIC IP Policy Meeting. Now, the internet is a network of networks, but a lot of it is about people networks. Just yesterday at dinner, sitting with Steve Crocker, we were just talking about it when he first started the internet with a few other counterparts in the US. They were talking about potentially not traveling, but then they realized after that they actually traveled twice as much because they needed to get to know each other and really build those relationships. And likewise, that's the same for us in this community. Now, for those who don't know APNIC, APNIC is one of the 5 regional internet registries. We call ourselves the RRs. We allocate internet number resources, which are IP addresses and autonomous system numbers, to anyone who wants to run a network. In other words, network operators. Network operators can be internet service providers, enterprises, or even government agencies. So a number of government agencies in the region are also our customers or members. Now, anyone who wants to run a network can join the internet. That is the tenet of our single global internet. That is part of APNIC and our sister organizations like ICANN, the IETF. We all believe in this free single global internet. Now for APNIC, when we allocate IP addresses to a network operator, like I mentioned, they are not just our customer, they are our member, and they have a stake in APNIC's governance. Our members vote for my board, the APNIC Executive Council, and they have that power to change the composition of my board if they like to. And importantly, our members and the multi-stakeholder community decide on our community policies, which govern how internet number resources are allocated. In other words, people like me, my colleagues, and myself as staff, we only act as facilitators, but we do not have any decision-making power when it comes to these policies. This means that internet governance is literally in your hands. But many of us do not really understand this space to be participating in it. So here's an advertisement again for the APNIC TWNIC IP policy meeting. This session provides a crucial platform to engage directly with Taiwan's network operators on policies to ensure that the allocation of internet number resources remains robust, fair, and transparent to support not just the internet's growth, but all the innovation that happens on the internet, like we were talking about AI this morning. We also hope for the Taiwan internet community and our community in the region to continue to promote and adopt IPv6 and RPKI, which is routing security, as they would strongly enhance the internet's resilience. Now, Taiwan's RPKI adoption rates are very good, almost 100% on ROAs signing and 66% on ROVs for validation. That is a front runner within the region, and we'd like to continue to learn from the Taiwan community and hope that the Taiwan community can share this with everybody else. On IPv6 adoption, Taiwan's adoption is close to 60% capability, which is also very good, and we hope to continue to work towards pushing this number up. Now, these issues don't seem new or exciting like AI, but if we don't focus on these fundamental building blocks, we become a risk factor for all the exciting innovation that we built on the internet today. So we started off from things like IoT to blockchain, now to AI. It could be something else tomorrow. But fundamentally, these building blocks that we look after needs your governance and your participation so that everything else that we are excited about can see tomorrow's light. So I look forward to many of the conversations this week and hope to get to meet everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Low. Please return to your seats. And thank you for highlighting the importance of the participation of everyone in the internet governance. 所以网络治理呢，要仰赖所有人的共同参与。非常感谢罗家荣总监。那接下来下一位我们要邀请到的是 ICANN 亚太区利害关系人总副总裁暨总经理 Samira Gupta。Next, I would like to invite Mr. Samira Gupta, Vice President of Stakeholder Engagement and Managing Director of APEC ICANN. please welcome Mr. Samira Gupta. 掌声欢迎。
Thank you very much. It's interesting that I follow Zhongzheng to the podium to speak. He's given 15% of my speech. So, but nonetheless, Minister Lin, Deputy Minister Yingye, Commissioner Wang, and colleagues and friends, this week marks the coming together of the internet governance community in the region across several platforms, several events that will take place. Now, TWNIC has been very kind and hospitable in organizing all of us to be present with you and the Taiwanese community at the same time. ICANN has had a long and fruitful partnership with TWNIC, and a lot of these sessions today are related to the ICANN APAC TWNIC Engagement Forum. These sessions include discussions related to the multi-stakeholder model, the DNS security, evolution of the DNS, and of course, registration data. These are all core topics which are part of ongoing conversations at ICANN. Now, all of these topics are also central to ICANN's strategic plan 2026 to 2030. And so therefore, all the outcomes from today's discussions and many of the discussions that follow during the week will also be very critical for us to follow. Now, if you're wondering what ICANN does, I did meet a couple of participants here earlier today, and I realized they were new to the forum, and therefore, in a line, I can say ICANN is the organization that helps coordinate the domain name system, which means the DNS or the unique identifiers of the internet, including the names, numbers, and protocol parameters. And we are, as Zhongzheng has now famously said, we are governed by the community. We do not create the policies. The community works with us in proposing policies. So I was also pleased to learn that this event has attracted a large number of participants, and therefore I look forward to seeing you today and wish everybody a very productive day and week ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gupta, for your remarks. Please take your seats. We would also like to thank ICANN for your long-term support. 也非常感谢 ICANN 长期以来的大力支持。再次感谢 Samira Gupta 副总以及总经理的致辞。那接下来呢，我们要邀请到的是台湾网络治理论坛吴国维理事长上台说几句话。Next, please welcome Mr. 郭维吴 Chair of TWIGF, to say a few words. 我们掌声欢迎吴国维理事长。
Let me try to speak in Chinese because Steve, you already have a microphone.
First of all, it is my great pleasure to join you here at Internet Week 2026. When we went about promoting internet governance in Taiwan years ago, in 2010, it was a long journey. And since 2010, we've seen several critical factors converging, including international trends. And some of you took part in WIS's 2003 and 2005, sponsored by the UN. And that two events gave rise to the UN-oriented IGF. And since 2006, that event has been held until last year in Oslo, Norway. That is the 2025 IGF. And we've seen some positive developments as well. That is, by last December, UN Assembly adopted the motion to support the IGF. So as we can see, so people have been talking about domain server management, internet governance, all the ways to all aspects and issues pertaining to the internet. And last year, in Norway, AI started to become an industry buzzword, as well as undersea cables. And internationally, as I said, we can date back to 2003. How about closer to home in the Asia Pacific region? I remember that in one of the editions of IGF in Egypt, I met Penhua in the meeting, and we were chatting on our way to the meeting room, and we were talking about the fact that we have an IGF in the UN level. Why can we have our own IGF in the APAC region? So in 2008 or 2006, we started to conceive the notion of having something like an APAC-based IGF. So that's why we have the Asia Pacific region IGF today. So we held the inaugural edition in Hong Kong in 2010, followed by the second edition in Singapore. And we've hosted 2 editions, once in 2016 and the other in 2024. So the APIGF should have been hosted in Nepal last year, but there were some changes to the plans because of social unrest, so it was further postponed to this year. And now we're thinking whether Taiwan should have our own domestic internet governance forum. So we started to have the notion back in 2010 and 2012. So Dr. Kenny Huang and I pay out of our own pockets or wallets. So there was a Mr. Brown cafe. So every evening, or on weekends evenings, we actually spent some time in the Mr. Brown Cafe, sharing with the community what exactly is an Internet Governance Forum. And the former chairperson of NCC, Ms. Nicole Chen, also came on board. So we actually share the expenses, because we need to pay 7,000 NT dollars for each gathering at the cafe. So we started to see the hosting of the Taiwan TWIGF. We only have 37 participants in the first year. But later we saw a higher turnout of 80, which went beyond our budget of 7,000 NT dollars. So we have to pay more. And fast forward to 2019. We were thinking, dating back to 2018, we were thinking having something like an annual conference. So the annual conference started in 2018, but we were unsure whether we would gather a sufficient number of proposals in Taiwan. In the beginning, we thought, well, we could just have a one-day event for this annual forum. So we approached and invited several vendors to be our event sponsors. So we were pleased to be sponsored by quite a few names in Taiwan. So in the very beginning, we only had 4 sessions during one day, and it grown to a 2-day event with 16 sessions. And of course, the expenses went through the roof. So from 2019 onward, we thought making TWIGF a legalized entity. So that's why from 2020, we were officially inaugurated and established in 2020, and the annual conference has become a regular event, usually towards the end of the year in Q4. But why do we choose to host it in May this year? Well, because CEO Ms. Yu gave me a very good idea, because she thought maybe we can actually host some of the relevant internet events in 1 week. So we went all the way from a small cafe to this nice conference room for this event lasting a week, where we can participate in a variety of events under the umbrella term of Internet Week. So we have participants from TWIGF, TWNOC, TWNIC, and the government sector. I would like to thank all of you for your contribution so we can make everything possible. So thank you very much. I would like to wish the Internet Week a resounding success and all of you the best of health and an enjoyable stay in Taiwan. Thank you.
市长、理事长，请回座。谢谢理事长跟我们分享了台湾网络治理论坛发展的重要里程碑。Thank you for sharing with us the key milestones of the development of TWIGF。那接下来马上就要邀请刚刚讲到的 TWIGF 另外一个重要推手——台湾网络资讯中心黄胜雄董事长上台致辞。Next, please welcome Dr. Kenny Huang, Chair of TWNIC, for his remarks。我们掌声欢迎黄胜雄董事长。
Well, we are running a little bit behind our schedule, so I need to speak very quickly. Mr. Lin, Mr. Ye, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us today. Well, because we have a lot of attendants who are from overseas, so I will be speaking in English.
2026. And Samira just mentioned, actually, the presentation topic he mentioned is probably 50% overlap with Jiarong. Actually, I have the same feeling. I have 50% covered with yours. So later we can share the idea what kind of AI we are using right now. Now you can see the great contribution from the AI. So basically, this week we have 6 forums and more than 20 sections, and probably with one collective goal: shaping a secure, open, and resilient digital future. So today, actually, we stand on a critical crossroad, and actually, we see a lot of fast in the rapid integration of AI and complexity of global geopolitics are actually fundamentally reshaping our digital environment. So how can we concur to deal with that kind of situation? The internet actually is no longer just a technical infrastructure. Actually, internet is a vital foundation of the global democracy, economic innovation, and social trust. So every click we make that represents the need for security and reliability and also privacy as well. So actually, this year, all the discussion of our forum will focus on some emerging issues, emerging challenges, including, for example, the trust in the era of AI, and online safety regulation, and digital resilience. As we're facing that kind of challenge and issues, we realize no any single organization or any single country can overcome and can handle that kind of issue alone. So that kind of challenge, for example, like DNS security and content moderation and digital resilience actually require a coordinated global response. That's why multi-stakeholder model are essential, so remain so essential, so important for us. As combined with public sector, technical community, and also civil society, international organization, Internet Week can serve as an open, neutral, inclusive platform. So over the next few days, we are fortunate, we are honored to feature insight from global leaders such as Dr. Steve Crocker, inventor of the internet, and of course, like Jeremy, and they can share a lot of insight. And I think that's that kind of effort, basically, as we try to merge, try to bridge the gap between policy and technical practice. So from time to time, basically, our discussion from time to time will focus on that kind of issue. And what is our ultimate goal? Because all the different forums, different groups discuss very similar topic or different topics. So our ultimate goal is simple yet profound. And try to build trust in every click. Actually, the internet, as I mentioned, the internet is no longer just a technical infrastructure. So as we try to, we must protect the unique identifier system and keep the global internet unified, and while dealing with the local and international global resilience against the emerging threat. So finally, I'd like to encourage all of you, try to use this week and try to share insight and try to make a connection, build trust. And also, the most importantly, and to learn each other, to know each other from the stage. So I believe from that kind of dialogue, that will create a very fruitful outcome. So thank you very much. I wish you a productive and inspiring meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Huang. Please take your seats, and thank you for sharing with us the highlights of our program this week. 谢谢黄胜雄董事长跟我们分享本周的网路周活动的精彩的重点。那接下来我们马上要邀请台湾网路维运社群王彦杰主席上台致辞。Next, please welcome Mr. Yanjie Wang, Chair of TWNOC, to say a few words. 我们掌声欢迎王彦杰主席。
林政委，
Minister Lin, Deputy Minister Ye, Chairman Wang, distinguished guests, Chairman Huang and CEO Yu, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm representing TWNOC. My name is Wang Yejie. I'm the current chair of TWNOC. First of all, I would like to thank Chairman Huang and CEO Yu for all the hard work that you put in by gathering all relevant users communities in Taiwan as well as from abroad so that we can engage in this type of discussions. And actually this year, particularly in this week, on Friday, we actually are preparing to launch a new event. Because for the user community in Taiwan, we actually invite 9 fellows to join us on Friday. And the mission that we assigned to them is to engage in very in-depth discussions with all the industrial leaders who are attending this Internet Week 2026. So our 9 fellows will see this as a great learning opportunity to learn from all of you. So we pay particular attention to 2 topics. First of all, AI. Previously, when we talk about the Internet, we often focus on how to operate the Internet, how to make sure Internet will not be disrupted. Obviously, this is very important. How can we leverage new and emerging technology in order to assist operators of the Internet to make sure we have a seamless operation of the Internet? This will continue to be a very important topic. In addition, satellite communication has now come on the radar where people are talking a lot about how to build resilient online environment by leveraging satellite communication technology. Given this is a new technology, obviously we need to identify solutions so that we can firmly embed those type of new and emerging technology into the Internet environment. So both AI and new and emerging satellite communication technologies are very important topics. In the interest of time, I'd like to stop here. Thank you very much, TWNOC, for giving us the invitation and so that we can participate in the technical discussions in the Internet Week 2026. I would like to wish a resounding success to this program.
Want to participate in the session hosted by TWNOC， 也邀请大家来一起参与台湾网络维运社群接下来要举办的这个场次，再次感谢。那接下来呢，我们要邀请贵宾一起上台合影一张。Now we would like to invite our guests of honor to join us on the stage for a group photo. 首先有请行政院林明欣政务委员请上台，数位发展部叶宁次长。国家通讯传播委员会王正嘉委员、 Dr. Steve Crocker, President and CEO of Edgemoor Research Institute. Mr. Jeremy Godfrey, Executive Chairperson of Commission Naman, please join us on the stage. 台网中心黄胜雄董事长 Mr. Jiarong Lo, Director General of APNIC, Mr. Samira Gupta, Vice President of APEC ICANN, 台湾网络治理论坛吴国维理事长。台网中心于若凡董事暨执行长，以及台湾网络维运社群王燕杰主席，欢迎请上台加入合影。And thank you very much for joining us today. 也谢谢我们稍早致辞贵宾精彩的分享。And thank you to all the guests who share with us with your wonderful remarks. All right. Please come a little bit closer toward the middle. And please look at our photographer right in the middle. 请看向正中间。我们摄影师是不是要往中间移动？这样可以吗？ OK， 好。Please look at the photographer right in the middle first. Let's have a first group photo with a big smile. Please have a photo with your thumbs up. This is very classic here in Taiwan. It means job well done here. All right. We have other photographers. Do we? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please return to your seats. 谢谢台上的贵宾，请回座。And thank you very much once again for joining us today. Thank you for joining us at the opening ceremony of Internet Week 2026. 再次感谢所有的贵宾来参与我们今年的网络周活动的开幕式。